And thank you for joining in. If you're just now joining in, welcome to the show. It's 725, 67 degrees in Sigonella. That was Fifth Harmony and Kid Ink with Worth It on the Eagle. I got Coach Tony Mosley in studio with me now. Again, last week we talked about diving into your passions, believing in yourself, etc., etc., goals. This week you got a special thank you that you wanna give, a special good morning, and then we're gonna move into talking about being inspired versus being empowered. I can't wait.
Yeah, today I just want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you. I want to say shout out to the people that hit me up, who are in the service like me, especially the E5 and below. The person that hit me up and said, "Hey, you on the same level I am. I don't get it. Like, why are you on the radio? Why do you feel as though that you can tell me about walking in my passion and walking in my dreams?" Just shout out to the high.
Somebody actually said that.
Yeah, somebody actually said that to me. I was like, "Yeah, I don't get it." And so I chose not to respond.
Okay,
right, and
sure.
I
chose saving it for the perfect
yeah, I was saving
okay.
it for the perfect time, which is this time.
Sure.
And shout out to the higher ups that came to me and said, "Hey, I sent the ranking board. You was back-to-back P's. I don't know who you think you are coming on here and telling people." I want to say shout out to those people because they forgot to say that it was a mentality, right?
Okay.
And so he asked me and said, "Yo, what happened?" And I said, nothing changed. I changed. I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I gotta wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm going to grind. Okay. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to be a victor and not a victim. Let me say this before I move forward. Now, I can't explain it, but you gotta feel me. Okay. Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it. I don't know how it happens, sure, but winners win. And if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture. So once you decide, once you make up in your mind that, you know what, I'm not going to let, so what, I got to go TAD. So what, I got to go to security. So what? I'm going to make the difference. I'm still going to make the change. Now, is it going to be harder? Absolutely. Sure. But it's still on you every single day to do whatever you got to do to make it happen.
Listen to you, man. You talking like a coach.
Yeah, I'm getting mad. I'm actually trying to calm down.
That's what you want to do in life, though, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to calm down though, because you can't get angry at those people for not knowing. Sure. You know what I'm saying? You can't get angry at those people for saying that, "Hey, I doubt you." Yeah. And that's okay. You
can use that to fuel your.
Absolutely. Just turn me on. Turn me on if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Turn me on if you want to.
I don't know that that's anybody.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Michael Jordan, right? All you need is a switch. Yeah. Say something to him if you want to, but you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad. Tell Kobe that. I was like, okay.
Okay. Fair enough, man. So, yeah, it's interesting. But I've heard it said though. When you're moving, when you're shaking, when you're doing things, that's when that's when
they all come out.
That's when the testing gets done, right? So as long as you're not doing anything, you can place it. You don't really have to deal with that, right?
Right.
Which kind of makes me wonder if I've been doing my job correctly. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've dealt with haters since, I don't know, back in the hood, like before I left. You know what I'm saying? Like before I left the hood, like oh, you think it better? You ain't going nowhere. I know I'm getting the heck out of here, man. I got a bus ticket, bro. Like, I'm going.
Hey, crabs in a bucket.
But, crabs in a bucket. Exactly. Yeah, trying to, ain't nobody leaving that bucket, man. Right. We pull you back down. But it's interesting. I take that back. I think there was a time I heard about some secret meetings and such where people were like, "Who is this new DJ to talk about leadership and how to lead and what's good leadership and I've seen enough bad leadership to know that I know what good leadership is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those kind of things. So I get where you're coming from, man.
And here's the thing about that. I mean, could you say you were the new guy? Who's the near guy talking about leadership, right? Who's the new guy, right?
Sure, yeah.
And people think that leadership is attached to a pay grade. How?
But that's absolutely false.
They think leadership has a certain pay scale.
And it could be good or bad leadership, but everybody's a leader because no man is an island. Everything you do affects somebody around you.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So when I'm a third class and I had 2 second classes and a first class working for me, And of course, obviously, the situation, how they looked at it, and how other people saw them, of course, they didn't like it. Absolutely, not at all. But actually, when it was all said and done, when it was actually over there, it was like, yo, you're not that bad. It was like, yo, you know what you're doing. I said, okay, that's cool. Appreciate it, thank you. Because you know what I'm saying? Because still, as a third class, I was still new in the Navy. It was my first underway. I don't want to step on nobody's toes. I'm like, yo, I don't know what you did to put yourself in this situation, and I apologize, but I still got to do my job. You know what I'm saying? When I was plucked to be the LPO for S11 on a carrier, standing in for the mess caterer for a couple months, rotating all these chiefs as doing the hall swap. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't by accident. When I was chosen to do that job, it's chosen for a reason as a third class.
Yeah.
So leadership doesn't have a pay grade on it. It doesn't have a pay scale. You're not supposed to make a certain amount of money to become a leader.
Yeah.
You either are or you aren't.
I think that's a common misconception, because people typically think like when you think of leadership, you think of the success, you think of the people with the money, the people behind. You know what I mean? But leadership can come just as much from the bottom, from the center, as anywhere else, right? Sometimes it ain't so much the pay as it is the morale. Like, where is success? You know what I mean? Like, how do you view success? Is it, I'm the leader because I got all the money and I got the top dog position, and I could be as detached as I want to be, or as tyrannical as I want to be, whatever, because that's like I got that authority, or and that might be to some success, right? But to others, success might be like, look, I'm trying to build the team. I want people to spirits need to be up. You know what I mean? Like, we need to be able to have these talks, and we need to be moving in the same direction, right?
And I want to take it back to the first time that was the second half of my underway when I had the second class and the first class work for me. Well, I won't take it back to the first half. When the first time I was assistant watch captain on the ship, my first underway, and naturally, how you love people the way you like to be loved, right? So you teach people the way you were taught. Sure. And I was very, very aggressive, very very loud on you. Make sure what are you doing? Why are you not doing it? You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. Nope, you don't got a second. Do it. Let's go. So I had a humbling experience when a guy said that they went to medical, and then a little later they pulled me in the office. They asked, yo, what happened? I was like, what are you talking about? And he said the guy wanted to hurt himself because of how you treat him. Oh, wow. Wow, bro. So that really made me take a step back. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and absolutely. Really look at my leadership, really look at how I'm doing things. So you have to realize that people come from different places. People were raised differently. People were taught different. People love differently. Absolutely. Right? People don't realize that all that stuff comes together. Right? So like I said the first time, I love to say that the Navy gave me a master's degree in people. Sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm finishing up my PhD right now. So when you sit down and you have to talk to people, understand who they are, what makes them tick, what makes them go, you know what I'm saying? What's going to satisfy them at work. You know what I'm saying? You have to find those things, because if you don't, you can have people work for you all day, but when people want to work for you, you get 100% out of them. Listen to you.
All right, so real quick, man. Let me. I'm just gonna give weather real quick. It's 7:34, Sigonella. Expect a sunny day today. Winds up to 18 miles per hour. A high 89 degrees. Currently, skies are clear at 66 degrees in Sigonella, and $1 buys you 89 euro cent. Now, Tony, let's move into speaking about this other topic we had on the agenda for this mic break. We were talking about inspiration versus empowerment. Like, what does it mean to be inspired versus to be empowered?
Right. Okay. So first, I'm gonna give you the actual definition according to the New Oxford American Dictionary. Okay. Right. Inspire means to fill someone with the urge or ability to do something, especially something creative. Okay. Right. And empowered means to make someone more stronger or more confident, especially in controlling their life and claiming their rights. Wow. See, even when I say the definition, you know what I'm saying? You can feel the shift, right? Yeah. So when I hear that, I truly believe when you are inspired, that gives you bite, that gives you action. You want to get up, you want to go do something, right? When you're empowered, I feel as though that all you want to do is empower others.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You're empowered. You're still walking in your purpose. You're still doing what you got to do.
Sure.
But along the way, you want to make sure you reach back and grab somebody.
So I mean, from my perspective here, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the best is a good concoction of both. Like you want to be inspired and you want to be empowered, right? So yeah, man. I mean, that's very interesting because I mean, without you. You want to be empowered to do the things that you're inspired to do, right? And it seems like empowerment would give you some kind of direction for your zeal, so that zeal isn't misplaced.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or unfocused.
So how I look at empower, and one of the reasons why I realize what's actually going to come of this, of me actually being on here and talking, trying to empower other people, you're going to, when you empower other people and you constantly talk life into other people, constantly talk love to other people, constantly tell the people that, yo, you can do it. Sure. You start to build a community, you start to build a mindset, not only in yourself, but around other people. I forget the learning technique. The best way to learn is to teach it. Right? Try to teach it somebody.
Oh, yeah.
As if you know it,
no,
right?
That's a fact, though. To be honest with you, some of my biggest breakthroughs in life came from me, not my desire to learn on my own, but my desire to help somebody else through something, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's, I think those circumstances are where I've learned the most. Yeah.
So you start to build a community. You know what I'm saying? You start to build a certain what's the word called? I can't remember the word for it. You start to build a requirement. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can't be on. There's no way you can't be moving forward. Why? Because you told these people that they can move forward. You told these people that they can do everything you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you're down, I think it's only appropriate for the same people that you're trying to pull along to push you forward. So I really enjoy that, and especially with this next program that I'm starting up right now. Hopefully I'll be able to write the paperwork this week. Actually, it's definitely gonna be that.
Okay, what's the program?
Oh, I don't want to say it yet.
All right, no problem. Sigonella, we're gonna continue with some music. When we come back, we're going to speak a little more into this inspire versus empowered plus work ethic